Okay, in this tutorial we're going to go ahead and make the dovetail bar, and you see that I'm on the web page and I've got the that portion of the PDF pulled up. What we're actually looking at here is, this drawing, and this drawing are all the same part. This would be referred to as a three-view drawing. So you have the end view, top view, and the side view. And so we're going to start with the end view of this drawing because this angle is built in here, and we're going to use the extrude tool. We have to draw it from this view. So it's very similar to the dovetail cutout, but the dimensions are different. So we have 29.5 here instead of 31. We have 11.5 on the height instead of 12. And then we have the upper interior angle of 101.07 instead of our 80.5. So we're going to go ahead and do that and extrude that to a length of 162. So when we come back to Creo, we're going to start a new part, and it's going to be the dovetail bar. So we'll just go underscore bar. If you want to have two words in here, remember you can't separate with a space, but you have to separate with an underscore, and then click OK. So we're going to make an extrude from, it doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to go front and then sketch view. And we're going to go ahead and draw in here a rough out of the actual bar. So we'll just go ahead and put an angle in, come across here, come down, close it, middle click, and what you're going to get is some weak dimensions. So it's pretty big. One thing you could do is you could start smaller if you wanted to, but it'll be okay. So we're going to go ahead and add dimensions, and we're going to say the length of the wider part was 29.5. Okay, and it looks kind of funky. Now, if that confuses you too much, you could do a Control Z. I think we can get this to work though, so we'll go ahead and go. The upper interior angle here is going to be 101.07, and then let's go ahead and make our height a little bit closer, 11.5, and then let's do another upper interior angle. So from here to here, middle click is 101.07, enter, and you can see, yeah, it looks a lot closer to what is actually on the paper. Now, if you try to put in the dimension of 25 up here, it's not going to let you do it. Watch. It's going to say, oh, resolve sketch. Well, there's nothing really wrong here. It's just saying that if I allow you to change this number, then something else will become incorrect then. So you have to leave it as is and delete something else if you want to keep the 25 up there. So we'll just go ahead and delete the 25. Once you accept this drawing, it extrudes it to a default length, and what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and what I'm going to have you do here is go back and center this plane. So this is kind of a good thing to learn also. If you get to this step, you can go placement, edit, it'll take you back to your 2D drawing, and we can go to sketch view again, and we can work on this. So let's put a center line down the middle. So snap to middle, put a center line in, and then you see how this dimension pops up. If that didn't pop up for you, you could say, okay, from center line to this plane should be what number? We want it to be 0. So now that plane is centered. Okay. And then the other thing that would be handy is to center our sketch plane. So we've done this before. Go ahead and use the pull down menu here, extrude to the center, and do a height or a length, excuse me, of 162. Now it's the correct length, and we've got this little crisscross of the planes in the center, which will make it a lot easier to put the holes in the bar. And that's actually our next step. So if you look back at the drawing here, we have a diameter 20 hole, it's centered, and then the last thing is a radius of 8 on the bottom side of the bar. And I'll show you what I mean by the bottom. Okay, so we're going to go extrude on the top surface and sketch view, and then we're going to go ahead and set some references. You see I can't find that plane, so right click references and click that, and if this wasn't selected, you could select that also, and now when you draw your circle in, it'll automatically center. Now again, if you don't have those, use your dimensions. Go from the outside edge to the center, and then say, okay, what's half of 29.5, and then do the math. So it's all mathematically driven. So the diameter of this is 20. Accept that. and by default it's going to add material. We're going to send it back the other direction and remove material. So now there's a hole in there. Last step on the bar, besides coloring it possibly, is to put a round in. So we're going to do a round of 8. So we'll change this value to 8, enter. And you want to find the narrower dimension up here. So this 25 line, that's what you want to have rounded. Because this is actually how it sits in the car. This is the bottom of the car. This is the top of the car. And this rounded edge down here, we want to have match on the round on the actual front of the car. So that's actually where you want it to be rounded. Alright, we'll go ahead and color this and save it. So we're going to go View, Color, and Appearance. Appearance Gallery, and we'll just, I don't know, pick some color that you want to have. And color the whole thing. There you go. And we've just got a yellow dovetail bar. Save it, and then we'll do the next part. Click OK. There you go.